So with Sora being announced as the final Smash Ultimate character and the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts just around the corner, I realized there's quite a few people that are just about to start Kingdom Hearts for the very first time. And if you look at the list of games and trying to figure out where to start, you're probably gonna start thinking, where do I start? Don't worry, I'll help you decide where you should start your Kingdom Hearts adventure. So with that said, my name is Mir, and let's get started, shall we? So I've broken it down into 4 categories based on why I think you would want to start Kingdom Hearts. Everyone has a different preference, everyone has a different playstyle, so depending on what you like and what you want to play, these are the 4 recommendations I have for you. If you're in it for the story and you're willing to invest time into it, then I would highly recommend you start with the very first Kingdom Hearts game. Kingdom Hearts 1 basically laid the foundation for the entire storyline. Every game that has come after it, whether it's a sequel or a prequel, has referenced the first game in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be a cutscene or a location or whatever, things that were introduced in the very first Kingdom Hearts gets referenced in the entire 20-year span of the series. Now, if you're willing to go down this route, just keep in mind that you should be playing these games in the order that they were released, regardless of if it's a sequel or a prequel. Whatever game comes out assumes that you've played the game before it. So whatever reveal or whatever things happen in the next game, they reference the game before it. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to start with Kingdom Hearts 1, anything that comes after it, play it in the order that it was released. I would also highly recommend that you stay away from the original PS2 release and go straight for the 1.5 HD remix version of the game. The HD remix version comes with the final mix version of Kingdom Hearts, which included extra boss fights, abilities, and so on that was exclusive to Japan for the longest time, and we didn't get it in the Western market until the HD remixes came out. So if you're going to play Kingdom Hearts for the first time, go with the HD collection. So in addition to it being the final mix version of the game, they also updated the controls so it's a lot easier to play. So now instead of L2, R2 being your camera, now it's your right analog stick, and instead of using the little menu in the corner, now you have your reaction commands as triangle, just like in Kingdom Hearts 2. Speaking of which, if you're looking for a good all-around package and what's considered the favorite amongst Kingdom Hearts fans, look no further than Kingdom Hearts 2. There's a really good reason why this game is considered the favorite. It took everything about Kingdom Hearts 1 and amplified it. They added new enemies, new worlds, new abilities, new everything. They made the game snappy, fast, and just ridiculously fun. They also added probably the best thing to ever happen in this series: dual-wielding Keyblades. Not only that, but it set the framework for the entire series. We got Organization 13, which is still referenced to this day. And we got the little information bar in the corner, which is still used to this day. There's a good reason why Kingdom Hearts 2 is considered the fan favorite. No one will stop talking about it. Even me. I love this game. This shirt is from Kingdom Hearts 2. When Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, this is also the time that we realized, wait a minute, the game that came in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Chain of Memories, actually matters. Oh man. So just like Kingdom Hearts 1, I would highly avoid the original PS2 version of the game and go straight for the 2.5 version of the game. Mainly because now it runs at a smooth 60 frames per second, but also because they included data battles. So if you're looking for a good challenge that will rip your hair out, go with the 2.5 version. There's no denying it. Kingdom Hearts music is fantastic. No matter which game you pick, you're going to find a song that you like. So in addition to Disney songs, there's a lot of fantastic original arrangements made by Yoko Shimomura, who has touched a lot of different games you may have played. And if you just so happen to be a rhythm game fan, then I would suggest you start with Kingdom Hearts Melody and Memory. So the playable songs include everything from Kingdom Hearts 1 music all the way to Kingdom Hearts 3 music, and adds a bunch of Disney music as well, some of which never really made it into the games. As you're unlocking songs in the World Tour, there's some small recaps of the entire series told through the perspective of Kairi to kind of help you catch up a little bit as to where we're at now. So if you want to dive headfirst into Kingdom Hearts through its music, start with Melody and Memory. Now, I completely understand if you don't want to start with a game from 20 years ago, and you'd rather play the most modern rendition of the game. And for you, I would recommend Kingdom Hearts 3. And you're very lucky. You don't get to wait 13 years like we did from Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3. So you get to just play it right off the bat. And that's okay, I'm not jealous, it's cool, it's whatever. What's so great about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that it gives you some quality of life improvements that we've never really seen in the series. Like the ability to switch between 3 keyblades on the fly, the fact that you can map your shortcuts to 3 different pages. There's a lot you can do here. And on top of that, the levels don't have little checkpoints like every other game has. It's just you get into the level and you get all the way to the end, and that's it. There's no loading in between. In the main menu, and as you're progressing through Kingdom Hearts 3, there's moments where they kind of recap the story that came prior. It doesn't really go into much detail, but it kind of just tells you like, hey, this is where we're coming from and this is why we're here now. Kingdom Hearts 3 also introduced worlds based on Pixar movies and the 3D animated Disney movies. Now, if you're going to start with Kingdom Hearts 3, I would highly recommend you also play the Remind DLC that came about a year after the game came out. The Remind DLC gives context to the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 and also gives us the ability to play as characters that we didn't get to either in the entire series or in the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3. In addition to that, we also got a data greeting mode so you can pose different characters in different areas, plus the data battles from Kingdom Hearts 2 return. And we got a secret episode that kind of gives us a hint as to what's coming next. So with that said, I welcome you to the Kingdom Hearts fandom, and I'm hoping now you can see why we love this game so much, and why so many people like me cried on camera because of Sora's inclusion in Smash. That's gonna be it for me today, and I'll see you guys next time.